Hello, dear friends. I welcome you all to today's session. You must be wondering, what is this chocolate for? This is for you. Please have it. Let us start our day with sweet candy. Oops, I use the adjective. What is the adjective? Sweet. Yesterday we did the degrees of comparison. We have started that, right? So the topic is degrees of comparison continued. Now we learnt yesterday certain degrees, if you recall. Yes, comparative and superlative degrees of adjectives. Now, when I say this candy is sweet, this is which degree of adjective? You're right, this is positive degree of adjective. Okay. Now let me bring one more object. And again, I want you to compare. Can I say which is sweet again when I'm comparing the two objects? No. Now you know that ma'am, we have to use comparative degree since we are making comparison between two objects. So what will it become? Which is sweeter. So which is sweeter? Sugar or candy? You may call candy, you may call sugar. To me, I think sugar is sweeter than candy. So my full sentence can be, yes, I'll say sugar is sweeter than candy. Because I have to use the word than when I compare the two objects. Is that clear? Very good. Now how about bringing one more object and let us compare. And I have a very big object. I hope it comes into the picture. Yes, what is it? We can see it. Honey. Now, how will I say? What would you say to compare? Will you say sweet, sweeter? No, when I compare the more than two objects, I have to use the superlative degree. And that is, what is that? It is superlative degree of adjective. And that is sweetest. So my question is, which is sweetest of all? Honey, candy or sugar? What would you say? Yes, we will say honey is sweetest of all. Okay? So I'll write honey is. Now remember which article we have to use before superlative degree? The. Honey is the sweetest of all. Okay? Got the example? Let us have it again. Which is sweet? This is sweet. Simple. Candy is sweet. That is my positive degree. Now which is sweeter? Sugar is sweeter than candy. That is comparative degree. Sweet becomes sweeter. And now, which is the sweetest? And the answer becomes honey is the sweetest of all. So that is my superlative degree of adjective. So what a sweet way of starting our session. Alright. So we have learned the positive, comparative and superlative form of the adjective sweet. And I hope you remember this sweet example always. Now let us take some more example. Alright dear children, what do you see? We see a lion. This is a lion. Yes. And we can say lion is a strong animal. Very good. Now I put a zebra. Is it a zebra? Yes. And if I ask you which of them is, what will I say? Which of them is stronger? Okay. You tell me which of them is stronger. Yes, the lion is stronger than the zebra. Alright, I will use stronger than. Comparative degree is stronger. Right? We have learnt yesterday that the comparative degree of adjective is when we use ER form. So, the lion is stronger than the zebra. Now, let us bring one more animal here. Okay? And that is this giraffe. Now, dear children, now tell me, If I ask you which is what would I say? Can I say which is stronger? No. Can I say strong? No. I have to say strongest. So now tell me which is the strongest animal. Is it this giraffe? Is it this lion? Or is it this zebra? Yes, which is the strongest? You're right. You will say, ma'am, lion is the strongest animal. And the word strongest is my which degree of adjective? You're right. It is superlative degree. Okay. So I say lion is a strong animal. Lion is stronger than zebra. Comparative degree is used. Lion is strongest of all the three animals. Zebra, giraffe and lion. Okay, so it is the strongest of all. Superlative degree is used. Alright, so we have learnt one more adjective and its forms. Strong, stronger, strongest. Let us learn some more adjectives. Alright, dear children, let us take the same animals again and learn one more adjective. Yes, if I ask you, okay, let us take this first. I will say this is, the lion is tall. Maybe I can say tall, the adjective. Now I put zebra with it and I ask you, which of them is taller? Because I am comparing. So comparative degree will be used because I am comparing between the two things. So now you tell me, lion is taller than zebra or zebra is taller than lion? Yes, you will say lion is taller than zebra. So I have used comparative degree of adjective when I compare the two objects. Okay? Right? Taller than. The lion is taller than this zebra. Now let me bring again my third animal, which was giraffe, and which has the maximum height. What would I say? Which of them is the tallest? I'm using, what am I using? Yes, I have used superlative degree of adjective now. Okay? So how will you answer? Yes, which of them is the tallest? We will say the giraffe is the tallest animal of them. Okay? This giraffe, we can say giraffe is the tallest animal of them. Right? So when you're comparing more than two, we are using EST degree and that is tallest. So again with the same animals, we have learnt one more adjective and its forms. Tall, taller, tallest. Tall is positive degree, taller is comparative degree, tallest is superlative degree. Okay, very good. Let us take some more examples. Okay, dear children, what do you see now? This is a popcorn glass. Very good. I love popcorns. Now, one adjective for this, we can say it is a small glass, right? Now, I am bringing one more glass and I want to compare their size. And now I want to ask, what? What will I ask? Yes, I will ask, which is the, can I use the? No, because I am comparing the two objects only. So I will use the word which is smaller. That is comparative degree. So now you tell me which is smaller. This pink glass is smaller than this popcorn glass, or the popcorn glass is smaller than the pink glass. Yes, you will say, ma'am, this popcorn glass is smaller than the pink glass. Alright? So we have used comparative degree of adjective smaller, right, with the word than. Now let me bring one more glass. You can see this is a yellow glass, right? I'll hold in my hand to show you clearly. And now you tell me, I'll again ask, out of these three, I want to compare that which is having the minimum size. So again, which degree will be used? Superlative degree, because you're comparing more than two objects. And what will I say? We will say which is the smallest. Okay, the smallest of all. And the answer will be again the popcorn glasses, the smallest of all. Alright. So when you have single glass, small. When you want to compare the two, this becomes smaller than this. When we are comparing more than two, this is the smallest of all. Alright. Very good. Let us take the same examples and learn another adjective. What is this? We can say it is a large glass. Alright. Now I put pink glass, I put this yellow glass, and what will I ask? Yes, I'll ask which of them is larger. So my adjective changes to larger. Alright, which is comparative degree. And I will say this yellow glass is larger than the pink glass. Yes, larger than. Than word is to be used because it is comparative degree. You are using two things to compare. Now again the third glass comes into picture. So now which is the largest? Yes. Which is the largest? And this is superlative degree of adjective. So tell me which is the largest? Again, the yellow glass is the largest of all. Okay, you should know how to use it in the sentence. The yellow glass is the largest of all. The yellow glass is larger than the pink glass. And if it is a single object, we'll say this is a large glass. Okay, in the same way you can write big. Big can also be used. This is a big glass. This is bigger than this. This is the biggest of all. Okay. So we have learnt two adjectives. Large, big. And what is the comparative form? Larger, bigger. Largest, biggest. Please see their spellings. Alright. So I'm sure you are enjoying this session. Yes, we are using real objects to understand how do we use the comparative and the superlative degrees of adjectives and positive degrees as well. Okay. Let us take some more example. Yes, this is a very simple object. What do you see, children? We see this is a kind of spade or spatula, something like that, right? Let us focus on these three flowers. Now my question, I'll ask you in a different way. Which is the smallest flower? So the smallest is which degree of adjective, dear children? Now you must be knowing. Yes, it is superlative degree. Okay. So which is the smallest flower? You will say, ma'am, the first flower is the smallest. Okay, if we start from this side. And which is the biggest flower? This is the biggest flower. If we compare these two, which is bigger? Ma'am, this flower is bigger than this. Which is smaller? This flower is smaller than this. Okay, so this is the way we compare the two objects. I'm using it in sentences so that when you see any object, you should know how to use it. Okay, smaller than, bigger than. Alright, this is smaller than this. This flower, center flower, is smaller than this flower. Alright, very good. Let us take some more example. Now take, dear children, let us see, I have these four toys. Okay. So I can say I have many toys. Okay, I am putting the adjective many, which is adjective of number because I can count them. So I have many toys. Now let me add, let's say these two to it. and I'll say now I have what? I have more toys than earlier, because now I'm comparing the two situations. This was first situation when I have many toys. Now I add these two and I say I have more toys than earlier. Okay. Or I can say I have more toys than my friend. Now I'll add some more toys. Let me bring. Now what will I say when I want to compare the earlier two situations? Now I'll say I have the most number of toys. So is that clear? This is when I have, let's say this much, many toys. Then I added something. I have more toys than my friend. Then I added some more. So I'll say I have the most number of toys. The is to be added. So this is my positive degree. Let me remove the toys. This is my positive degree of adjective. Many. More is my comparative degree. When I am comparing the two things, the most becomes my superlative degree. Okay. The article is used with every superlative degree of adjective. You remember we did one example of sugar yesterday. That was also the same. Many or much. Many is adjective of number when you can count. Much is adjective of quantity when you cannot count. Like if I take simple this. I'll again recap the earlier example. This is I have much sugar. Then I'm adding this. I have more sugar than earlier. And now I'm adding some more and I'll say I have the most sugar of all times. Is that clear? So in the same way, that was many, comparative is more, superlative is most. Okay. Let us take some more example. Dear children, we can also compare the colors. Like if I say this is white. Okay, let us put it that way, is dirty. We can put it like this. This is white. Now let us assume this is, because it's having a red stain. So we'll say this is whiter. When I am single, I am having single, I say this is white. When I'm comparing the two, I'll say this is whiter than that. Okay, whiter. This is whiter than that. Comparative degree, whiter. And when I am, let's say, putting third object or more objects, let us say this. I'll say this is having no stain maybe. This is the whitest. Okay, it is just to show you the comparison that we can do with the colors also. Alright, this is the whitest. Am I clear? Similarly, I can say, let's say this is red. Red stain, this is redder because it is having more red. See, the color more red is there. So we can say red. This is redder. And let's say this is the reddest. Alright. So you can even compare your colors. Okay. White, whiter, whitest. Red, redder, reddest. The comparative degree is redder. Superlative is reddest. Okay. Like apple is the reddest of all. Okay. Maybe. When you compare the two objects, you can say which is redder. Okay. Like that. Let us take some more examples. Now what do you see here? It is a lollipop. It is sweet. This is, what are they? Yes, they are French fries. And French fries are salty. So we can use the adjectives sweet and salty. This is sweet. This is salty. Now let us compare which is saltier. Although I should use, let us say, popcorn and French fries. And if I ask you which is saltier, maybe we'll say French fries are saltier, or we can say popcorn are saltier, right? Depending upon the taste. But the point of grammar is we are using the comparative degree of adjective saltier. Okay? And then if I bring, let's say, one more object to it, for example, yes, for example, this fast food. And I'll ask you which is the saltiest. Okay? My adjective will change to saltiest, and that is the superlative degree of adjective. Okay, this is single object, it is salty. When I compare, the popcorns are saltier than french fries, or the french fries are saltier than the popcorn. And when I bring all this, then I can say the popcorn are the saltiest of all, or the french fries are the saltiest of all, or the sandwich is the saltiest of all. Is that clear? So we have learnt one more adjective now, that is salty, saltier, saltiest. Okay, and if I sweet example we did yesterday, dear children, like this is sweet. Okay, and then which is sweeter, sugar or this candy? Then I can say this sugar is sweeter, and then I had put let's say this, let us say this cold drink, and I can say the cold drink is the sweetest. Okay, you should just know how to use your adjectives. If I put single, this is sweet, this is sweeter than this, and the cold drink is the sweetest of all. So we have learnt again one more adjective. Now dear children, I am sure after this lively and interactive and real object kind of session, the degrees of comparison topic must be very clear to you. So the time is to do the exercises. And today you will attempt this question number C of your grammar book. Okay. These sentences have incorrect degree of adjectives. Correct the degrees and rewrite the sentences. Remember your rule. You have to correct the adjectives. So the mistake is in degree of adjectives. Okay. So you should just read. I'm just reading one example for you. This is the tastiest dessert I have ever had. Dessert means sweet dish. Now I should know that when I use the article the, there should be which degree of adjective? What should be? Yes, it should be superlative degree. Okay. So I will change tastier to its superlative degree. Right. And you should remember we have done so many examples. Tastier becomes, yes, tastiest. Okay. Similarly, Rani wants colorful curtains than the ones we bought yesterday. Now here we have the word then. So that means colorful should be changed to its comparative form. Okay. It can be, yes, this example I should know. I should tell you once, if I say beautiful and I compare it, for example, let us take this. What can we take? Maybe the sketch pen is beautiful. Then if I want to compare with other, I'll say more beautiful. Okay, this is more beautiful. And let's say this is the most beautiful. Okay, so sometimes we do not change like small, smaller, smallest. We add the word more and most. Like in this, colorful, more colorful, most colorful. Alright. Next, I think Ashoka was the mighty king of all. So again you should know the is there. So what should be the form of mighty? Rohan is quite happiest these days. Now there is no comparison. Okay. It's not written then. It's not written earlier. So it is a normal. So which degree of adjective should be used? When there is no than, there is no the. That means positive degree. Okay. Now see next. Janet said it was the bad accident. Now the. Again superlative should be there. Now bad, dear children, is the positive form. Okay. You should learn. Bad changes to what? Worse. Worst. Okay. Like I can say the sandwich had a bad taste. Okay. The French fries were worse than the sandwich. Means they were more bad. Okay. Worse than the sandwich. And if I bring cold drink, I can say the cold drink was having the worst taste. Okay. Means maximum bad. Is that clear? Yes. So bad changes to worse, worst. So now you should know that when the is there, what degree of adjective will come. That dish is little expensive than the ones ordered by us. Now here than is there. So little should change to what? You look very thinner today. Now here there is no comparison, nothing. So thinner should be changed to positive degree. Ved got much marks in this term than. Now than means comparison is there. So what should be the comparative form of much? We have done all these examples through live objects. And this is very simple. Match the following. Try and do and remember the rules. So complete these C and D exercise. Till the next session, I say you a bye and please watch the video again to go through all the live examples. We did comparative and superlative form of so many adjectives like much, more, most, less, little, least, small, smaller, smallest, big, bigger, biggest, strong, stronger, strongest, clean, cleaner, cleanest, dirty, dirtier, dirtiest, tall, taller, tallest, sweet, sweeter, sweetest, white, whiter, whitest, red, redder, reddest, fast, faster, fastest, bad, worse, worst, many, more, most, and so on, so on, so on. Alright, so watch the video again. You can watch the previous video as well. See you in the next session. That is all about degrees of comparison. Enjoy. Take care.